We're jumping back into Chaos Rising with 10 sleeved boosters. Will this be the day that we finally reach 70% in the Master Set binder and pull the Greninja special illustration rare? Let's find out. I'm Lex, and welcome to my lockbox. If you guys got my last video on Chaos Rising, you'll know that we were about 56% of the way into the Master Set binder. And originally, I wanted to jump back into Pitch Black this week. However, finally got the binder in the mail. And because the current placeholder binder is kind of screwing up my whole bookshelf symmetry thing, wanted to do this instead. Oh, and random ask, but kind of made it a personal goal to hit at least 50 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you don't mind, scroll down, hit the buttons, do all the things. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, if you guys are looking for an update on the Pitch Black, like Pokemon Center pre-order drama, yeah, I've heard Bupkis. Who says Bupkis? As I say it now. But anyway, I haven't heard a single thing. No email, no communication. They did ask me to review the booster box I never received, though. So, that's fun. But yeah, I'll go into more detail on all of that next week. But for now, we've got 10 of these to rip, so let's get into it. You guys typically don't hear me talk too much about like TCG news or anything like that in these videos. However, I do want to call out that Pitch Black, Chaos Rising, and Perfect Order have all been plummeting in value. Supposedly, you're able to actually go into like a Target and Walmart and find these products on the shelves. I can tell you guys that has not been my experience at all. And of course, I'm just going off of what other creators have mentioned or stuff that's popped up on either like TikTok or Facebook or whatever. But yeah, like if you guys can find these sets at retail, especially Chaos Rising and Pitch Black, I don't know, I'm kind of new getting back into this hobby, but I want to say these sets might pop back off at some point. I know there's also talks about them doing like a full reprint, so alright, we've got a Sliggoo Reverse, Delibird Reverse, Gourgeist EX Double Rare. I'll take it. And I definitely need that for the Master Set binder. And surprisingly guys, I actually have my sleeves like readily available this time. And it's funny that I always seem to have them available. And right beside me, when I am staying up until 2 a.m. to make these videos. Anytime I try to record earlier, I always forget them. But yeah, so I think now might be a good time, if you guys can find it at retail. Something tells me these sets might pop back off. I know they're talking about doing a lot of reprints for certain sets. At least that's kind of what's popped up in my news. I obviously don't have a source or anything to quote, but I've seen multiple videos of creators talking about it. So I'm really curious to see what happens after the 30th anniversary. And they're also saying that the 30th anniversary, which personally that's a set that I'm really excited for, they're going to be printing a lot of it. So I think it might be pretty hard to get wave 1 just because of the hype factor. But during the reprints, I think it's going to be a little bit easier to obtain. And hopefully the prices aren't as absurd as they have been for some of these others. But Patrat Reverse and Cinccino EX, we're at 2 for 2. That doesn't happen too often. And we definitely needed this one for the Master Set binder as well. But yeah, I think if you guys were going to start your collection, if you guys can find these at retail, I would definitely say jump on it. I wish I could find half this stuff at retail. I have this like whole thing in my head where like at the end of the year, I might do like a big video opening up like every ETB from like the Mega Evolution era to date. Problem is, I can't find them, And when I do find them, they're like super expensive. So, might not be happening, but just something I was kind of throwing around in my head. And I feel like I got a million of these Leo cards. Pumpkaboo, Special Red Card, Avalug, Adversity Policy, Beldum Reverse, Matang Reverse, and Chestnut Regular Holo. I'm really wanting to pull the Special Illustration Rare Greninja and the Mega Hyper Rare Greninja, just because those are the two most expensive cards in the set to go out and buy at a card, like any card show or card store. And if I can just get those two, then the rest of these I could totally go out and just start buying individually. Which honestly, if you're being smart financially, that's probably the best way to do it. I am low-key justifying the expense of these products by making these videos in hopes that someday, maybe, I can make the whole YouTube thing pay for my hobby. But I feel like everyone is kind of chasing that right now. So, mostly it's for the fun and trying to fill the binder. And we've got Delphox Regular Holo. Darn. No hits out of that one either. That does remind me though, if you guys don't mind, scroll down, hit the buttons. I know I mentioned that in the intro, but really does help me out, and maybe one day I can make my dream come true of making money on the internet, opening cards. Because, you know, everyone needs a side hustle in 2026, I feel. Especially with the cost of living and everything nowadays, it's insane. And the fact that most employers don't want to give raises for any reason at all. And the job market's terrible. There's lots of reasons to want to make money on the internet, I'm just saying. Alright, we've got Gumi, Donphan, Phantomp, Delibird, Roxy's Performance, Deoxys, Frogadier Reverse, Vulpix Reverse, and Cinccino EX. Another one. Do not be another Slazzle. I do not want another one of these EX cards becoming a Slazzle. I am over Slazzle. If I see another one, I might lose my mind. Not really, but I think I have like 4 of them. I'm pretty sure that happens in every single set though. There's like one card that I will keep pulling, like every single time. Chaos Rising is definitely, or Perfect Order is definitely Slazzle. And of course it's never anything good. Like it couldn't be, I don't know, like a Special Illustration Rare Lucario or something that I get like 4 or 5 of. No, it's always one of these random cards that I just don't want to have multiple copies of. Which theoretically, if I went to card shows and actually traded, it wouldn't be as bad, but we got another Beldum Reverse, we got Weedle Reverse, and Bubbly Water Energy. But I've also been trying to think of ways to like give back to my subscribers and the community. I don't know, I was thinking I might like to do a giveaway or something, but I need to look into how that would work. Not really something I've ever done research on, and I think there's some like legal stuff you have to take care of as well. But just know that is definitely something I've been thinking about. We got a Fighting Energy, Braixen, Froakie, Ferroseed, Watchog, Ninetales, Adversity Policy, Tauros, Watchog Reverse, needed that one, Delphox Reverse, needed that one, and Mega Pyroar EX. Alright. I think I've got 3 of this guy already. Maybe Mega Pyroar is going to be my Slazzle for this set. And just so you guys know, when I record these videos and post them, like, it is typically the exact same week. I think I've only done like a later post one time. So because I'm going so long in between, like I'll do, you know, Chaos Rising one week, Pitch Black the next week, Ascended Heroes the week after, and then by the time I get back to Chaos Rising, or whichever set, I, for the life of me, cannot remember what cards I actually need. I should probably either start filming them a little bit closer together, or I don't want to do bulk filming. But yeah, this time I just kind of lucked out because the binder came in, so I moved everything over. So the current cards that are in the binder are fresh on my mind. But I should probably either start refreshing my memory before I do these. Felipe, I know I needed that one too. Carvine Reverse. Watchhog Illustration Rare. Can we go for 2? Nope, Delphox Regular Hollow. I like the Prism Towers in the background of this one. Although, Watchhog's eyes have always kind of creeped me out a little bit, not gonna lie. Still a pretty cool looking card though. And I never actually check the value of anything other than the big chase cards until like a couple days later whenever I do the ending of these videos. Like the set breakdown and what have you. And this, so these last 2 packs were picked out by my partner. So typically he has a lot better luck than what I do. Code card for you all. But I do feel like we've actually gotten pretty decent hits out of these so far. Another Watchhog. Fanfy, Carnivine, Meowstic, Garbodor, I think I needed him too. Tauros, Sudowoodo Reverse, Deoxys Reverse, and Prism Tower, Ultra Rare. That looks so good. I really like the artwork on this one. But that's probably because of my love for ZA. Not that I'm saying it's the best Pokemon game by any stretch, but I didn't hate it as much as other people did. I also never bought the DLC, if that tells you anything. But I am thinking about getting the DLC for Pokopia. I don't know if you guys have been playing that at all, but I quickly became obsessed, even though I didn't think I was gonna like it. And I'm pretty sure part of the DLC is already out. Let me know if you guys have played it in the comments below and if it's worth investing in. Ignore the sticky note, this is how I could tell which ones were selected for me. Oh, and sorry if I'm a little more rambly than usual today. This is probably one of the latest recording sessions I've done. And I swear the later it gets, the worse my ADHD gets. It's a problem. Ironically, it's also when I feel the most creative and the most motivated to actually make these videos, so. Okay, so we've got Dark Energy, Baltoy, Matang, Emolga, Bergmite, Avalugg, Sudowoodo, Delibird, Esper, Deoxys, Reverse, and Kalido Regular Hollow. But you know what? I can't complain. We opened 10 packs, we got an Ultra Rare, an Illustration Rare, and 4 Double Rares, which is a pretty crazy pull rate. As always, here's a binder loadout after opening our packs today, and I went ahead and migrated everything into this binder, which I did technically film myself doing, and then I realized I messed it up, and I forgot to record myself fixing it. So, and then here's a full art binder. Only 2 new additions to add to that one. But here's the page-by-page look at where the binder is sitting right now. And we are really close to filling up some pages, which I love to see, but I'm pretty sure we did not hit the 70% goal. But there's a duplicate EXs I got. And here is the full art binder. Moving into our collection update for Chaos Rising. So we did add an additional 18 cards to the binder, which means we are sitting at 130 out of 198 total cards for the set. We opened an additional 10 packs, putting our pack count at 32 for the set. And that means our overall binder completion progress is at 65%, so we did not hit the 70% goal. As for the financials, so I did spend $53.04 on the packs that we opened today, putting our total invested at $172.45. As for binder value, there was a market decrease of $2.80, but we added another $8.05 after today. So the binder value is currently sitting at $37.98, meaning we are $134.47 in the red. For today's hits, we have Gorgeist EX coming in at 42 cents with no PSA 10 data available. Then we have Cinchino EX. We did get 2 of these, I'm only counting 1 in the breakdown, but 48 cents raw, no PSA 10 data on that one. Then we have Watchog Illustration Rare coming in at 167. PSA 10, it looks like that would go for about 96.08, give or take. And then Prism Tower Ultra Rare. Raw, that is going for $2.56, and there is currently no PSA 10 data available for this one. These numbers were pulled using either Dex or Rare Candy on the 12th of this month, so just a couple days ago. If you're looking for the most up-to-date pricing info, definitely do your own research using your app of choice. If you made it this far, don't forget to hit the buttons down below so you can follow along on my journey to master every set from Mega Evolution Base to Pitch Black. Next week, I'm pretty sure we will be jumping into Pitch Black, so I can give you guys an update on all of the Pokemon Center pre-order drama. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and let's keep collecting together. I'll catch you in the next one.